Finalization Group Lead here at Axiom Space. Today is Flight Day 6, and this is our third daily update of the Axiom-1 mission currently underway at the ISS. Ax-1 is the world's first all-private astronaut mission to the ISS and represents a critical step towards our Axiom station, the first private space station currently under construction. This mission is comprised of an international crew. Our commander is veteran astronaut Michael López-Alegría of Spain and the U.S. Our pilot is Larry Connor of Dayton, Ohio. And rounding out our crew is Mission Specialist 1, Eitan Stibe of Israel, and Mission Specialist 2, Mark Pathy of Canada. Over the course of their 8 days on station, they will be performing dozens of scientific and research efforts, technology demonstrations, and Earth observations. Throughout their mission, they are also participating in a series of STEM engagements and outreach events. Today, the crew marked the halfway point of their mission with a live downlink event hosted by Space Center Houston. During the event, Houston area school students were able to interact with the crew live.
My name is Trent. I am 9 years old and in third grade. I know this is a short duration mission. What are some ways you spend your free time?
Well, we have a pretty short...
Simple answer, we don't have any.
Yeah, because of our short mission and our heavy science payload, we don't really have much free time. Whatever we do have, we spend just eating our supper or lunch or whatever and wrapping the day up. But astronauts here on the space station spend their time doing what we all might do if we're at home. Obviously, you can't go anywhere, but if you're at home watching movies or reading, calling friends and family, which we can do through voice over IP here, that's pretty much what I do. So same kind of stuff.
Joining me now is Axiom Space's Jennifer Hernandez. Jennifer, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for joining. So MLA, Larry, Mark, and Eitan are halfway through their mission. They have covered a significant amount of their objectives, and they're participating in a host of outreach events, just like the one we watched.
Yes, they have definitely been busy since the day they docked on the International Space Station, so it's been great to see all that they have accomplished until now, and we have a few more days left in the mission, so more to come.
Yep, lots of work here on ground as well, and excited to see what they've got in store for us. And you've been kind of helping coordinate all of these on-orbit events with the teams at NASA and the teams here at Axiom. What range of events, are they participating in?
Yeah, so the range is far and wide. On one side, it's, media engagements. Then we have conversations with officials and organizations across different countries and states. And then we, all the way into, working with schools and having those conversations with school children. So it's been awesome to see the range and also just how unique each of the events have been.
Yeah, and to kind of dive into that wide spectrum, what are some of the outreach events that Larry has got queued up?
Yeah, so Larry has dedicated a significant amount of time on the International Space Station connecting with diverse groups of organizations and schools across his home state of Ohio. He has met with scientists at Mayo and Cleveland Clinics, which is two organizations that he's been working a lot with the research that he's been doing aboard station. And so I had a conversation with them. Additionally, he has engaged with K through 12 students. One of the organizations or one of the schools that he worked with was the Dayton Regional STEM School, and then the other was the Dayton Early College Academy, which is a public charter school with roughly about 1,300 students that serves different communities, underserved communities in Dayton. And then he's also worked with, connected with families and students at the Boonshoft Museum of Discovery there in Dayton, Ohio. So it's been great to see all of his outreach across his state.
Yeah, super cool. With regards to Mark Pathy, what kind of events can we see on his schedule this week?
Yeah, so first of all, Mark, he is Canada's second private astronaut, and he is the 12th Canadian going to space. He is engaged in outreach activities with schools and organizations across all of the country. He answered questions from children with the Montreal Children's Hospital Foundation in Montreal, Quebec. This is also an organization that he's been dedicating a lot of his time on station with research with this organization. So that was a wonderful activity to connect with them on from station to ground. And yesterday he unveiled, a winning piece of artwork that was inspired by, just preserving the ecosystem, especially water, and also Turtle Island. And this was in part or in collaboration with the Royal Canadian Geographical Society, again, and another organization that he's working with a lot of the Earth observation studies that he's been doing up there. So again, another great collaboration and organization that he was working with.
Awesome. And, as the second Israeli to fly in space, our Eitan Stibbe, he's got an enormous amount of support, and a lot of people have been kind of tuning into his journey. What can we expect from Eitan?
So Eitan has been busy. As part of the Rakia mission, he is dedicating 100% of his time on station to, education, art, technology, and science. And as part of the Rakia mission, the first poems in Hebrew will be read in space. Israeli children, submitted hundreds, thousands of written entries, and he's reading 2 winning poems, and I believe they were written by both a middle school and a high school student. And then as part of the Rakia mission, 4 scientific experiments that were developed by Israeli middle school students as part of the Space Lab project will be conducted on the ISS. So this Space Lab project is led by the Ramon Foundation, which is the leading educational project in Israel and in the field of space. So really finding different ways to connect with students in several different engagement activities across Israel. And then here in a little bit, Mark and Eitan will be conducting an event together in both English and Hebrew. So that's a nice way to collaborate and reach more students and those of us on the ground with these activities.
Yeah, and what better, to collaborate on the International Space Station. Right. Just really proves how great of a community it is up there and how well our crew is working together. It's awesome to see that. And of course, last but not least, we have to talk about MLA. What has he been focused on?
Right. So it's worth noting that this is Mike's 5th time on a space mission, and as the commander of the mission, he really is ensuring the success of the mission from end to end. And this includes, but is not limited to, working with each of his crewmates, right? Working with them on their research, acquainting them to the International Space Station, and this does. And so it's really that collaboration that he's bringing together for all this. And but one of his outreach events is a musical performance. It's coming up. It's a musical performance, and it really is to capture the spirit of music. And it's important in education and in learning, and something that he's passionate about. And so excited to see that. So again, that range, it is there across all of the 4 crew members.
For sure. And, thank you again for joining me and giving us all of that insight. It's been really wonderful to kind of follow this journey of our crew up there at ISS.
No, well, thank you so much. And again, there's more to come.
Yeah.
So
Thanks, Jennifer. And the Ax-1 crew representing 4 countries conducting outreach in 5 different languages have completed their work schedule for today. They have entered their sleep period, and the teams here on the ground are preparing for tomorrow. And for those of you who watched the webcast of Ax-1, you know that as a part of our outreach for this mission, we launched the Axiom NFT store. We released our very first NFT on that same day, and today we dropped 2 new Axiom NFTs. You can check them out at nft.axiomspace.com. And we will be dropping more over the course of the Ax-1 mission, including several where the mint is initiated from space. Be sure to visit nft.axiomspace.com for more information. For all other mission updates, we will have those at axiomspace.com. And we'll see you right here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central for the daily update on Flight Day 7. I'm Hannah Lau, wishing each of you and the crew of Ax-1 a good night.